Good morning, everyone out there in YouTube land. My name is Jared, and this is my channel, Mazda B3K. This is going to be the first part of the Will It Run series for my 1964 F100. And in this one, we're first going to say, can we make it roll? Without further ado, let's get started. So I realized that I'm not going to be able to throw together a Will It Run on this thing for a long time. It's just not on the list. But I do need it to roll because it's got to find a new home. I need to bring that into this spot here, this particular bay of my pole barn, which means I need to be able to get this thing to move. The problem with that is you'll see that tire is completely torched. This tire is completely torched. That tire is flat. And I'm pretty sure this tire is not any better. I think that one's just flat. We could probably air that up. When I moved this thing in here, I actually had to steal tires off of my van because it had the correct bolt pattern and bolt spacing, or lug spacing, wheel spacing, I think it's called. I mean, the tire barely fit inside of there, but it had the correct spacing and everything, so I stole some tires off of it so I could actually roll this thing in here. Well, not doing that again. I need those tires on my van, so instead, I acquired these. So these are Hankook 225 75 R15s, which get into a little aside here. So the original tires that came on a 64 were not metric. These are, they're modern tires, so they're metric tires, and that's how they're sized. The original tires that came on this were a 7x15. I'm not sure what the 7 meant, 7 inches or whatnot, but they were 7x15s is what came on the original rim. Well, two sizes. 7x15 was an option, and they were bias plies, right? They weren't radials. Radials weren't around yet. So you'll notice a couple things here. That's not the original rim, for starters, right? So that's a much newer rim, which means it's designed to accept a modern tire. You can find 7x15s in radial, and you can find them today, and you can find them, and they're not insanely expensive. So if you've got the original rims, that's what you really want to put on there. But if you have the original rims and you can't track down a 7x15, or somebody's done that and put custom rims on there, a tire that is really close to a 7x15 is your 225 by 75 R15. It is not perfect, but it's pretty close. So stance wise, it should give the truck as close to an original stance as you can get with a modern metric tire. So with all that said, we're gonna get in here and I'm gonna put you on the time lapse, and we're gonna get the front of the truck lifted up off of this big beam here, this big suspension beam. And we're gonna get these front tires off, get some jack stands under there, and we're gonna get this sucker in the air. And I'm gonna take these tires, these blown out ones, and the new tires to a local tire shop that's in the area and have them get things swapped around. By the way, pick these up from tireseasy.com. They don't give me a kickback, they don't give me a discount. This was purchased 100% for my own money, but I have really enjoyed getting stuff from them because the prices are good, the shipping is crazy fast, their website's easy to use, and there's no BS about it. So tires-easy.com, good place to pick up tires. That's where I got tires for Miss Mildew, kind of peeking out from the corner over there. That's also where I picked up tires for Lincoln over here. Notice she's sitting on new rubber. See that? So she's finally looking proper, sitting in the air. I mean, I know these aren't white walls, but good thing about those tires is they're also a really good size for trailer tires. So later, once I have her running and driving, I can replace the tires on that trailer, because all those tires are pretty roached, with those tires, and then she can get the proper white walls that she's supposed to have. Anyway, let's get started on this. Forgot to film lifting the back. I had to take apart the spare tire holder. Had to cut that real quick. And then because of the different lift points, I wound up breaking out the 12 tons. Got these for one specific job, and they're already starting to be used for other stuff, because look at all the room for activities. Whenever I get around to finally working on the underside of this thing, I'm going to be able to actually sit up and work on stuff. That is pretty cool. Anyway, we've got our jack stands in place all the way around. Vehicle is secure. We'll go ahead and take off these tires and rims. So the last guy, he put what appears to be a 19mm lug nut on there, but you'll notice he kind of forgot some of these. So this thing really didn't need to go anywhere anyway. Come on, let go. Let go. All right, hang on. I'm gonna have to pop this out. Okay, I've got my delugging stick. In case this one sticks too. Looks like it's gonna. So pro tip, if you have this happen, get like a 1/4 extension. Just pop it out. All right, let's get this tire off. Back you guys up a little bit. Alrighty. There we have it. Why did he paint all that green? Okay, good news is we do have 5 lugs, which is good. I'll have to check them to make sure the threads are okay. And it looks like this truck came out of the box with 4-wheel drums. It's going to be, I think, the very first vehicle I've worked on that is 4-wheel drum. Super excited about that. In case you didn't know, I hate drum brakes. They work, and they actually work pretty well when they're set up correctly. Man, are they fiddly. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go around. I'll get the other 3 tires, and we'll get these guys loaded up in the back of the truck. We'll throw the new tires in the back, and then away we'll go. All right, so there's the old. Here are the new. I'll get those tossed in, and then we're going to make a couple of stops. We're going to go run some errands in town, and part of those errands will be visiting the local tire shop where I can get these swapped out and help support local business. Because we've got a tire chain moving in. They're construction will be finished soon, and it's going to be the locals versus the chain, and I prefer to keep my money in the local economy. My county is not exactly a wealthy one, so whatever I can do to keep money in people's pockets around here is what we're going to do. Anyway, I'm going to go run some errands. I'll ask if I can film at the tire shop so you guys can see what's up, but we'll see. And back in a bit. So this is the local shop, Al's Tire. They do more than that, but that's what I use them for. Rotation, mount, valve stem, balance. Used tires, new tires. If you're ever coming through Crawfordville, these guys can take care of it for you. All right, here we are. We got our tires. We've got fresh caps, and we'll go ahead and get them back on the F100 and put her down and see how it looks. All right. Oh, looks like somebody had put some aftermarket shocks on here. Gonna put these on without the center cap for now, because the center cap is kind of horrid. Yeah, I think that's gonna look really nice. Gonna have to order up some lug nuts though, because 1/2 20. Yeah, that makes sense because this is a 1964, so these are gonna be SAE. But now I know 1/2 20. So I can order some lug nuts. These aren't even the... Anyway. I think that's gonna look a whole lot better. All right, take a look at that. I think this is gonna look so much better with 4 proper tires under it once I get it on the ground. So it already looks so much better just up in the air. So again, let me get this down. One and two. Let's bring her down. There we are. All right. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that. I know it's hard for the camera to capture it, but oh, 8.5? Yay. That stands so much better. Having some real tires under it. There's a bunch of junk in the way over there, but so much better. I am very pleased. You know, these tires cost me less than $100 a tire. Brand new tire with, I think, a 60,000 mile tread warranty on it. TiresEasy.com. Now, like I said, I gotta track down some lugs. I have a total of 8. I need 20. I'm gonna get new ones. But this is a huge step forward, and most importantly, I spun each wheel off camera. They're not locked up. So this truck should roll just fine, which will let me move it to where I need to move it to so that I can get this guy in the spot. So endeth part 1. We got the project rolling. And I will bring you guys back for part 2 when I come back around to working on this.